Hey, I hope you had a great day today. I officiated a wedding today, and it was awesome for Eric and Reagan. Had a beautiful time. The service was beautiful. The bride was beautiful. The groom was handsome, and the reception was beautiful afterwards. There was a great meal and a great time of sharing together and just uniting two families. And it's awesome, right? Whenever there's a wedding and a chance to unite two families like that, to bring them together and become one family together, united. It's awesome. And so I started thinking about that and how it's so cool to be involved in weddings. And I started thinking about the New Testament, and Jesus and the disciples got invited to a wedding in Cana in Galilee. And so they go and they're having a great time, you know. The reception's going on, and there's all kinds of food and wine, and it's awesome. And all of a sudden, Mary comes to Jesus and says, hey, I need to talk to you. They ran out of wine. Now, in that setting, in that culture, running out of wine was a huge problem because weddings weren't like one night and everybody went home at 11, right? It's a week-long festivity. It's huge. And not only are the families and friends invited, but the town is invited. And this, well, running out of wine would have been such a huge problem, it would have brought dishonor on that family. So Mary says to Jesus, hey, they ran out of wine. Can you do something? Now, Mary's probably asking Jesus, like, hey, can you go get some wine somewhere? Do you know where to get some? Can we pitch in and pay for part of it? I don't think Mary's like, hey, Jesus, can you do a miracle? And Jesus says to her, hey, Mom, listen, it's not my time yet. But Mary's like a mom, right? Jesus is her kid. And she looks at the servants that are serving at the reception. She says, do whatever he says. So Jesus is standing there and he sees these 6 huge stone jars that hold like 30 gallons of water. And he says to the servants, he says, hey, go fill up these 6 jars with water. And so they do. And it takes them a while, right? I mean, that's 30 gallons of water times 6 times divided not in cipher, right? 6 times 30 is 180 gallons. They fill them all up with water. And they say, hey, take a ladle of that and take it to the steward who's in charge of the reception, who's like the master of ceremonies. And the servants take it to the steward, and this is the best wine I've ever tasted. My gosh, this is awesome. I mean, usually the families bring out the best wine first, and then when everybody's had too much to drink, then they bring out the cheap stuff. You guys have saved the best until last. And you see, that's the way God works, right? You know, we go to God and we ask God to get involved and to be work a miracle. Work some way in our lives, just not even a miracle, but hey, just help us get through this, walk with us through this. And he does. And it may not always be the way that we think he's going to do it, you know, like go out and buy some wine. Sometimes God goes, you know what, here you go. And water turns into wine. The ordinary turns into the extraordinary in our lives, and we're blessed beyond anything that we could have imagined. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.